What's up, everybody? River's back for another review. Today we are going over a special cigar that somebody gave to me, a guy who works at one of the local B&Ms around here. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so this cigar is the Craft by RoMa Craft. This is the 2019 release. It's a 6.5 by 44 Lonsdale that uses a Cro-Magnon blend with a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper and accented by Ecuadorian Connecticut and Candela. There was 250 boxes of 12 made for Riverside Cigar Lounge, and they come in at $12.50 a piece while boxes are at $150. Alright, so this is a beautiful cigar. It looks like it's got every type of wrapper that I listed on there. The construction seems absolutely flawless. There is a lot of glue around the head, but obviously there's like 3 different varieties at the top of there. And then you have all the artwork done at the bottom. Let's go ahead and get this with a cut and a light. So the first thing I noticed is that the foot actually lights a lot easier than most of the Cro-Magnon blends. It looks like there is some lighter tobaccos in there compared to the regular Cro-Magnon, but apparently it's the same exact blend. Now right off the bat you get this semi-sweet chocolate, you get the grassy earthiness from that Candela, of course, but you get that dark meaty factor that you do with that Cro-Magnon blend. It's all on the sides of your palate and a little bit on the back and the center. There's something very familiar about it. There's a flavor in there that I can't exactly put my finger on. But there's definitely a baking note in there that is very savory at the same time. There's a little bit of pepper twinge in there, the flavor, not the actual spice. And then now on the finish, there's a lot of that baker's chocolate, like a fudginess. Wow, it's actually really impressive so far. Alright, so some things to note. I've already touched it up once. It's just very slightly. Didn't really need to be done. It's just when it's changing the different wrapper varieties, it's wanting to get a little wonky. And also, just something that happens, the glue that they use in cigars, whenever it heats up, it actually starts to let loose. So the small band is trying to come off just because it's getting warm, which obviously there's really no way around that at all. With the profile, I wouldn't say that it's like a hard stop and it completely changes. It's kind of evolving in every draw or so. So now there's a white and a red pepper slightly in there. It's just accenting everything. It's not spicy at all. It's just the flavor of it. It's got this earthiness, but it's got this sweetness in there too. That's just a generic sweetness. But the most interesting thing to me is that there's this woodiness in there that just reminds me of being in the mountains in one of those cabins and just smelling somebody else burning wood in their chimney. It's not like it's super upfront in your face. It's a very sweet, woody, smoky flavor to it that's really very enjoyable. And now there's the coffee getting introduced into there. It's a little drying on the palate, but it's so complex. You'll probably want to wash your palate anyways because it's got all these flavors in there that are pretty tough to pick out, and they're always evolving and changing. So it's really enjoyable. It's going by too fast and I'm only about an inch in there. And you can see the construction of the ash It's very loose, but it's very tight forming. It's like a stack of dimes all the way down. That burn has completely evened up with itself now. So we'll go ahead and we'll get past this last candela portion in the first third, and I'll come back with an update and see how it changes once it just hits that broadleaf. Look at that ash. Man, that's beautiful. So it's amazing. With a cigar like this, you can really tell how much influence the wrapper has on the profile of the cigar. So when we went from that first candela, I gave the profile on that. The second we hit that that candela, or the Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, just that one little strip. When I said that we were like in the distance, somebody was burning a fire, the second we hit that Ecuadorian Connecticut, it was like we were sitting next to a campfire. There was there was a graham cracker flavor, there was like this sweet marshmallow flavor, and then there was a chocolate. So of course I went straight to s'mores. That was exactly where I was at. And then boom, we got into the candela again, and it turned into it had like this rich green tea note in there. So that was the sweetness instead of those dark rich chocolates and that slight graham cracker note and all that. And now as we're getting right to the end of that candela, you can tell we're right there, and we've already passed it in some spots. It's got this very sweet and spicy red pepper, like one of those red atomic bombs that you used to get like 10 years ago. It was spicy, red hot, and then it was sweet a little bit too. That's kind of that profile that I'm getting, along with the earthiness, along with that dark richness too. Yeah, so now that we're past that, we're getting into the real Cro-Magnon-like flavor here. It's getting into that dark, rich, brownie edge note, that fudginess. It's getting that dark sweetness. It's got that vanilla in there. The woodiness is still there. It's in the background. It's kind of like the edge of the profile. A little bit of a tunnel. You can tell I didn't get any smoke there at all. A lot of vegetal note still, which is weird because that vegetal note usually comes from the candela, but now that we're past it, there it goes. It's ramping up, and it's mixing with that dark, rich sweetness really well too. I don't know if you can see, it is tunneling pretty good. So, see if I can work this out. I'll come back when we're done with the second third. All right, so right now there's like a Kentucky fire cured type flavor to it, and that's a little overwhelming on the palate right now. They still has some of that spiciness. It's still got a little bit of sweetness, and that vanilla's in there a little bit also. And then other than that, the other competing main flavor is just a dark earthiness. So guys, hang into the end of the video. I do have a giveaway to announce, so we'll get to that in a little while. Keep on going. All right, guys, we're down to the last inch here. At the last bit, there's like this big pecan nuttiness that's just overwhelming the palate. It has a little bit of that spice in there. It has a dark, rich coffee note and a little bit of chocolate in there too. And it's got that earthiness in there. So it's a very well-rounded cigar. Now, the back half was pretty good, but the front half of this cigar was so complex and so wild. It was unlike pretty much any cigar that I've smoked before. So just for that fact alone, and the fact that it's smoked for an hour and 40 minutes right now, I would definitely say if you can find them. Now, I got this given to me. I couldn't find them, but if you can find them, go get them. $12.50 a cigar is great. So let's go ahead and move on to the giveaway that I've got going. Finally hit 20 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below which one of these cigars you're definitely looking forward to the most. And you can leave me a suggestion and see what you guys want to see next. But here's the 3 cigars I got for you. So we've got the Pastani War Bear. That Mode 5 size. It's amazing. We have got the new Foundation Menelik. Have not smoked this yet. Got this in the mail today. So one of you lucky guys will win this one. And this is a very old Chief Cool Arrow in this beautiful packaging. Take a look at this. This is a huge cigar, but it is amazing with all that age on it. It used to be a very, very strong cigar. Has completely mellowed out and is one of the best cigars in my humidor. Now this is a very long cigar, very long smoke. So guys, let me know which one of these you're looking forward to the most. We will have one winner. They will win all 3 cigars, so be sure to be subscribed so you can know exactly whenever you win this. And let me know which cigar you're looking forward to the most. See you guys in the next video.